slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
All right, Coach, autumn in full swing, and it is decently chilly, but all in all, a pleasant day here at FedEx Field just outside of the District of Columbia. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, 56 yards, 56. Danny. Out. Go. Set, hut.
Now Haskins on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hopper. Check. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Check.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Check. Lock.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Check 52.
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Big stop, let's go. 56.
3rd down, here's Geis. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Put it to Jet Bomber. Slam. Put it to Jet Bomber. Pick the edge. Come.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the 2nd active leading rusher in the NFL. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. Show an A.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
1, Omaha. Double tight.
We got 4.
Stay hot.
Garoppolo now. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, D.
SOS. Black. SOS. White.
On first down, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Hey, Echo.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll hand it out to Geis. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this when the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benny Logan jets in for the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
53's the mic.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Who do you want? Who do you want?
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And some room to work. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Come on now.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Where they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Nobody leaked. Big play. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Rolling to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Set hut, Mike. 18 Gator, 18 Gator.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. DeForest Buckner. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Out of the gun, Geis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Get that ball. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 53.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, gun. 21. Time, guys, out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 53's the mic. 53.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
All day. Sack City, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
21.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And that is no good. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, too, than he did field goals won in the 2018 season.
Here's Haskins to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Third down, here's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
The Niners take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Their own 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Let's go, interception, baby, let's go.
At their own 13-yard line.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Hey, come on, move.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53, Mike.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Here we go. Lock.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Here we go.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
You don't want it?
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold with the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Running 6 yards. 6 right there. 56.
All day, baby. All day, baby.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
56 to Mike, boys. Check 56.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
It's 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch edge.
Now a give, right side. It's Thompson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
56. Mike, 56 right there. 56.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. 54 Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Back.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 2nd and a long way to go. Haskins. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I'm coming.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. shotgun handoff now to Geis. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Redskins 27, 49ers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Garoppolo 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Here it comes.
Mike, 53.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Check.
Watch the pass.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins got his man complete over the middle. That's Quinn. And he'll go down at the 28. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Hey, watch the slant.
Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go,
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is...
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The Niners take over.
We play to win. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Mike.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Mike. I got him. 53's the Mike. 53.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Let's go, baby.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Number 53.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Man, I got you.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here we go.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Garoppolo on 1st down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Here we go. Short, short. And Reed. You're whining. Mike's 56.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on. You better.
Now a toss. This is Geis. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Redskins, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.